That's the sad truth. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 189 of the Shower Podcast, the podcast where I'm in my shower and you do you. I'm your host, Chip, and have you ever considered what's the most present feeling when trying to improve? Is it the tension of not knowing how will you perform? Is it the desire to do better? Or is it actually something that's not so pleasant, but yet it's gonna be there forever? Before we start, as usual, if you end up liking this episode of the Shower Podcast, leaving a like and a subscribe really help. They're just one click, but they really make the difference. Thank you very much for considering it. So what's this crazy emotion that I'm describing to you? It's simply accepting that most of the time, it's gonna feel bad. Not that it's not worth it or that it's pointless, far from it. But overall, there is gonna be a lingering sensation of simply struggling. And that is not only okay, but actually it's desirable. Let me explain why. The moment that you will try to do something, and here again, I bring one of the easiest examples, because I do believe that there is, and I think it has been quite well documented at this point, there is a strong correlation between your ability at self-improvement and your experience with physical effort. The easiest and the most, let's say, widespread in this day and age is weightlifting, so going to the gym, but this can apply to any kind of physical effort. The moment that you try to do a new exercise, it will feel hard. You maybe don't know the technique, you don't know the weight, and so you start doing your exercises here and there, and overall, let's say that you find something that you can push and it feels nice. And overall, you complete your workout and you're like, you know what? I can see myself doing this. You go back, you eat your meal, you rest, and you say, yeah, I'm ready to start again tomorrow. Then you wake up, and the moment you wake up, you realize that something is not right. Why does my arm suddenly hurt? Why do I feel a strange sensation in my back? Well, that's the sensation of bad that I was describing to you. It's not bad by itself, you didn't get injured, and for sure it's not something that would prevent you from going again to the gym. But at the same time, when you feel that, your first instinct is, really? Do I have to feel this every single time? Nah, I don't want this. And most often than not, people maybe get over it the first time, the second time. But, if it's been 2 months that you do that and you constantly feel sore, now we're not getting into the technicalities of gym. I know not every workout needs to provoke soreness. We are, let's say, just philosophically speaking about this. But let's say that overall you will feel fatigue, and a fatigue that it's always there. And you start questioning, is it worth it? Am I actually doing something that's worth doing in the end? Because if most of the time I feel awful and I feel good only when I'm actually slightly improving, what am I even doing? And yet, that's the sad truth about self-improvement. Most time, it's gonna suck. It's gonna be horrible. And you shouldn't be afraid of this. Why? Because there is a reason. The reason that it feels like that is that you're doing things right. You're doing things in a way that pushes you. You're doing things in a way that makes you think, makes you fatigue, makes you go out there and do your best. And this is exactly what is needed in order to succeed. The moment that you will not feel that badness, the moment that everything is gonna feel smooth, you should actually question yourself, look around and be like, am I doing things rightly? Not because you are addicted to that pain or badness, far from it, but the fact that the moment you're not stimulated, the moment that you're not trying to do at least a bit better, nothing will come out of it. Absolutely nothing. And that should be, let's say, the thing that scares you the most. Not because, again, you're not proceeding, you're not evolving. That is normal. Everybody hits plateaus. But the fact that you just are getting accustomed to it and you're not looking for something else. Because once you do that, once you stop searching for something, problem is that also results will stop coming. If results stop coming, you start really questioning what you're doing. And once you fully question it, you just drop it because you're like, it's not worth it. Why am I even doing it? But that's not the point. The point is just doing something that challenges you. The results will come as a consequence of that. You cannot have one without the other. Therefore, just accept that most of the time, it's not gonna feel nice, and your only strategy is to cope with it, understand it, and just make it part of your life. Because in the end, it's gonna be worth it. Having said that, that was all for today. Thank you very much for listening. A bit of a more motivational episode today, but I felt like doing it mostly because it is strongly correlated to me going back a bit more regularly to the gym and feeling those DOMs piling up. But yeah, I generally believe in that. And it applies to everything. You generally cannot have any kind of result without feeling a little bit of discomfort. It's just impossible. Thank you very much again for listening. If you like this episode, leaving a like and subscribing to the channel helps me tremendously. And, the usual. Until the next one, stay consistent, stay resilient. This was the Shower Podcast, and see you tomorrow.